We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole Mac Miller situation. If you guys don't know, social media is currently mourning. I had just posted this. I just found out a little bit ago. My son hit me up after I dropped him off at work and he was like, Mom, did you hear about Mac Miller? And I'm like, what about Mac Miller? And he was like, he's dead. And he died from an apparent overdose. So this entire situation is shocking right now. The whole hip hop world is just like at a standstill. And what's so crazy is that with all this stuff with these white rappers like MGK and Eminem, I have been looking up Mac Miller and listening to his music again. One of my favorite Mac Miller songs was Best Day Ever and Senior Skip Day. Even though I'm way older than damn Mac Miller, it was just funny watching those videos and it brought you back to high school. And I know a lot of kids listen to that in like high school and junior high, and it brings them back to a moment, especially now if you're a senior. So it's just really sad to see this young man die. One of my other favorite songs is a song he had with Ariana Grande, That Way. And
make you feel so fine, make you feel so fine. I hope you hit me on my celly when I sneak in your mind.
And right now you have people on social media low-key blaming her and talking shit to her, and I think that's wrong. Mac Miller suffered from a lot of issues. He's been very open and honest about his drug abuse and his drug problems. That's what led him and Ariana Grande to breaking up. And like she said on Twitter a while back, she's not a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? It's not her job to help his image, to, help prop him up. People are saying that, she left him and he was depressed because she wasn't with him. That wasn't Ariana Grande's job to take care of him. Even though this entire situation is sad, people blaming her need to stop. It's not that serious. I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys what TMZ is reporting right now. So TMZ is saying that Mac Miller died Friday of an apparent overdose. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Friday at noon in his San Fernando Valley home and was pronounced dead at the scene. We're told that authorities were alerted by a male friend who placed the call to 911 from Mac's home. Mac Miller had battled substance abuse for years, something that came up in his wake of his breakup with Ariana Grande. The rapper wrecked his G-Wagon by wrapping it around a utility pole back in May and was arrested for DUI and a hit and run. He fled the scene, but cops say he later confessed at his home and blew 2 times the legal limit. After his arrest, Ariana Grande tweeted, "Please take care of yourself." After their breakup, Ariana Grande made it clear his substance abuse has been a deal breaker in their 2-year relationship. Some people blame Ariana for Mac's DUI, and she responded, "I'm not a babysitter or a mother. No woman should feel that they need to be. I have cared for him and tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years. Of course, I don't share how hard or scary it was while it was happening, but it was." Sources close to Mac tell TMZ that friends of his warned people not to bring up the subject of his relationship with Ariana because it became really touchy. His 2014 mixtape Faces was almost autobiographical on the subject of drug use. There were also references to premature death. A profile of Mac was just published on Thursday by Vulture, among other things. Mac said he had enormous pressure growing up in the public eye. "A lot of times in my life, I put this pressure to hold myself to a standard of whatever I thought I was supposed to be or how I was supposed to be perceived, and it creates pressure." Thursday night, Mac posted a video of a record player to a song, So It Goes, which includes lyrics, 9 lives, never die, fuck a heaven, I'm still getting high. Mac Miller was supposed to start his tour next month. All right, so you guys just heard me read what TMZ had to say. And Mac Miller did indeed post this on Twitter just yesterday, that he was going on tour. He was really excited about it. So it's really sad that at the age of 26, his life was cut short.
Overdosing is just not cool. There's no legendary romance. You don't go down in history because you overdosed. You just die.
And this is why a lot of people need to realize that these drugs out here, especially if you're getting high on heroin and stuff like that, they're cutting a lot of that stuff with fentanyl, okay? And a lot of people cannot handle that, unless you're like a big time dope fiend. You have to be really careful out here just trying different substances, doing things to numb the pain, because while you're numbing that pain, you may not wake up. And it's really sad, you know, it's like how many more rappers we have to lose to them overdosing from abusing drugs. I don't know if Mac Miller overdosed on heroin. I'm not sure. There's different rumors floating around. We just saw the video of him with French Montana. He was sitting there mixing lean and drinking lean, and that's another drug that people are just abusing like crazy in the industry. We had Fredo Santana die from complications of lean. We had Lil Peep not too long ago literally sit on camera and pop a bunch of Xannies, and then he didn't wake up. So, I mean, it's really getting ridiculous out here as far as this whole drug culture. So you have a lot of this drug culture going on, and I've spoken about this in several videos with all of these guys overdosing and things like that, and people need to be really mindful, you know what I'm saying? These drugs are changing the chemical imbalance in your body. It's very easy to get addicted to these drugs, and when you get addicted, you're always chasing the next big high, and sometimes chasing that big high might be your final high. You know, so this entire situation is really sad. A lot of people in the industry are currently mourning Mac Miller. You know, so rest in peace to Mac Miller. He made some really good music. He was a real talented young man, and it's really sad to see that he's gone at such a young age. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces.
man. Rest in peace, my nigga Matt Miller, man. This is bullshit. I can't believe this shit. That's my dog, man. Facts. Say no to the drugs, man. Them drugs ain't, I mean, I don't overdo it, man. I'm gonna miss my nigga, man.
Now what you hear is not a test on rapping to the beat. Meet the groom and my friends are gonna try and move their feet. Now I am Ronnie Mine, and I like to say hello to the black, white, red, and brown, purple, and yellow.
I ain't like a Mona Lisa, dream of rocking crowds, see me filling up arenas. This weed got me laughing like a damn hyena. Yeah, I live a life pretty similar to yours.